Hey, Walleye Wisdom Watchers, Gary Speicher reporting from Marinette, Wisconsin, up here at the Cabela's National Walleye Tour with Ranger Evinrude Pro Chris Burns and Corey Williams from TH Marine. Hey Chris, how's the tournament going?
Tournament's going good. We're on some really big fish. Took a little while to figure them out. It's very, the location of the fish has limited the big fish, and the presentation is just so spot on, and you have to have the exact right motion to get them to bite. But I've been thinking about this Hydrowave unit for a long time to put on my boat, and Corey Williams here from TH Marine has just installed it for me. It was very kind of him.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try this out.
Corey, is this guaranteed to catch more walleye?
If you can put them in the boat, it'll help.
All right.
Absolutely.
You want to tell us a little bit about the equipment here?
Sure, absolutely. So what you'll get with your Walleye Hydrowave H2 unit is a head unit here. You'll get all the power cables you need and a speaker that'll attach either to your trolling motor or to the transom of your boat. You'll also get a bracket if you do choose to put it on the transom to mount it there. A little bit about the Hydrowave. For those of you that don't know, we took a microphone. We could record sounds underwater, and we went out and actually recorded real scenarios and environments where fish were bedding or spawning or schooling or being eaten by predatory fish like the walleye. And we took those sounds, we put them in different sound loops to use in different scenarios. So on a calm day where the fish are not as active, we have Finesse Sounds, which is simply just the sound of fish swimming around, whether it be shad or crawfish swimming or perch. And then we also did more aggressive sounds where walleye were actually crushing and eating the perch and the shad and the crawfish. We put those in different loops, and they go from the finesse to what we call the blitz or frenzy. And those frenzy sounds are the more aggressive, where you're trying to activate those fish into eating. So you can use it in different scenarios. There's different volume levels, different control levels. We have a delay feature here on the unit that gives a 30-second, 60-second, or 2-minute delay. And that enables to create a more natural environment where there's not just a constant sound beating into their brains, if you will. So it's a great piece, a really neat tool to have. It's just another part of your tackle box that's becoming more and more essential as things become competitive.
So how do people purchase a Hydrowave? Do you have a website
yeah,
to go to?
You can go to thmarine.com.
Okay.
We have various vendors and retailers that sell them. Also your local boat dealership, or sometimes you can, certain boat companies even offer it as a package, but it's definitely a way to get the fish fired up and to entice them to bite where some days maybe they don't want to chew as much. So,
I gotcha.
yeah, absolutely.
Well, I can tell you in 70-degree water, sound travels at 4,871 feet per second.
How do you know that?
Well, you just remember that from physics class. And then in air, it only travels at 743 feet.
Okay.
So I think this is going to be an effective tool, and I'm going to give it a try. I think it's going to have some results. We're going to have the expert, Corey Williams, that installed this for me, go through a demo on setting this up and how to use it.
Very good.
Sure thing, Chris. So here we have it powered on, and this is the first screen you'll see where it takes us to the Hydrowave logo with the menu button to select. So you press menu, and what that's going to do is allow you to scroll through the sounds here. We have crawfish finesse, we have crawfish frenzy, and so on and so forth as you scroll through. So you select your sound. Let's go with shad frenzy. Press play, and the sound loop will immediately start playing. Now you may not hear it right in the beginning, but it's going to start to bring those sounds into the water. You can turn it up and down with these controls here. And what's really neat, and what I like to use a lot, is the delay feature. So I can scroll through 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and so on and so forth, up to 2 minutes.
So on that delay feature, Corey, does it run it for 45 seconds and then delay it and then run it 45, or how's that work?
Most of the loops are on a 2-minute timer, so they run for 2 minutes and they start the loop over. If you put this delay on there, it'll pause at the end of the 2-minute loop for either 45, 15 seconds, whatever delay you choose. It's going to pause for that long.
All right. What delay do you like?
It really depends. I typically keep it right around a minute, and that just gives it a good little bit of pause there, and give the fish kind of a chance to be curious, if you will. So they heard that sound and now they don't hear it anymore. and maybe they're kind of trying to figure out what that was, and then they hear it again, and maybe that draws them even closer to the boat or closer to your bait. So yeah, that's definitely a great feature. I always recommend starting at a lower volume level because you don't want to spook your fish, and doing something more like a passive sound. So the finesse or the passive noises are going to be more subtle.
So
we go into the frenzy.
These fish are probably feeding on perch and gobies. What sound would you use?
Perch. So you got bedding, you got frenzy, and you got passive. So like I said, I'd start on a passive sound, make some casts for maybe 30 minutes. If I don't think that they're firing up like they should, I'll go back to the more aggressive, the frenzy sound. And then I'll turn the volume up as I go, just to say, it's not doing what I thought it did yesterday. Maybe I need a little bit more volume, and I'll turn it up about halfway. If I'm in really, really deep water and I'm trying to draw the bait and the fish up, I'll turn it all the way up. And that'll allow that sound to travel all the way to the bottom and get those fish to start looking around to try and figure out what that is.
Got it. I can't wait to try it.
Hey, good luck with it, Chris. And Corey, thanks for being with us here at the tournament
it's
and
good
all
to
your
be here.
help on Chris's boat.
Absolutely. Thank you guys.